decision leading to my loss.
But there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your Huckleberry.
We will not go quietly into the night.
It is your killer instinct which must be harnessed if you expect to survive in combat.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Remember this day, man, or it will be yours for all time.
What keeps you awake at night?
Nothing. I keep other people awake at night.
It is Thursday night, and welcome to the Valken Debrief, episode number 65. And we are broadcasting live from the beautiful Colorado Ranch. Thank you for joining us tonight. And if you're wondering what all that commotion is, that is Darth Valken. He's been working on a ton of guns. There he is. He's got a plug in here. So thank you for joining us. I am the Kaiju, the Supreme Commander of the Valken Alliance. To my right, your left. Oh, where's your hat?
What hat? Oh, that's too early. It's not even Thanksgiving yet.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Darth Valken, the Airsoft Director here at Airsoft Headquarters here in Colorado. So, thank you for joining the biggest budget Airsoft live show tonight. We ask that you watch, share, and comment. And every time you comment, enters you for a chance to win free stuff. And how easy is it to share? You just pick up your phone and you just share. Share.
Right?
Woodcock
could even do it.
Yes, we are live. Come join us. One of us. Let's see, and then you can also tag your friends. Who should I tag? You know what? I'm gonna tag AJ Dobson. I'm in a Florida mood. I'm gonna tag Shelly. And I'm gonna tag Nathan Lord, one of our previous guests. Hey, look at that Woodcock. See, he's tagging Fritz. Or no, Fritz is in the house. Fritz is already here. Dang, Fritz. All right, who do we got in here so far? We got Phil, Alex Bridgewater. We got Virgil from Blast Camp. What up? We got Rich from Shrike Tactical, Woodcock. Oh, we got Tim the Tin Man Endler. Sorry. He is an elder. He's pretty damn old. This dude in here's like taking over the chat. I don't know. He's like spamming. Gary Mullins. Who is this guy? I don't know. We got Zeb in the house. We got Corey Saltsider. And your mom. I don't know. This is what Woodcock says. So let's get up to 100 live viewers. If we can do that, we will be giving away a Valken ASL Mod MAG with rechargeable combat stock installed.
Sorry. Power nap!
You need some more Red Bull. That's what you need. So if we get 100 live viewers, let's do it up. Last week we got up to 62. So we got to beat 62.
G's in the house.
Ooh, what up, Big G? Welcome back from the World Cup. I'm digging the chops you got, Big G. Those are awesome. So we also have the hammer comment of the night is another way you can win.
You can't say that on TV, bro.
That me?
Yep.
Okay. It is a hilarious, savage, poignant comment that almost gets you banned, but not quite. The hammer comment.
The hammer ban. So, if you win the hammer comment of the night, you'll get a free Valken Alliance or Valken Debrief t-shirt. So, if you want to buy a shirt because, you just can't be that savage, you can buy one. Head on over to ValkenAlliance.com and click on the shop and select one of our t-shirts. All the proceeds go to the show.
Buy and support your favorite show.
It's so Darth Valken can get that, can shave that neck beard. I forgot to do that this morning. So
who's our overachiever? Do we have one?
We do have an overachiever. The first poster of the night, which Big G was a little early. He gave us a thumbs up, but it wasn't Big G, but Brent McCullough.
All right.
Brent McCullough got in there. So congrats, Brent, for you being in there. I mean, well, and then Phil got in there first, but we can't count Phil.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, Phil doesn't count.
Are not eligible.
Phil is not eligible. So, do we even have any staff anymore?
No, because we're awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone spent our budget on all the tech. Apparently, if you have sufficient technology, you can replace people.
Skynet.
I mean,
That's
I'm
right.
looking at like 5 screens right here, so which one am I looking at?
So, tonight's show brought to you by the Valken Alliance. All you have to do is go to ValkenAlliance.com and sign up, fill out the electronic form with your region. And then once you're done signing up for your region, head on over to Facebook and look up Valken Alliance on the Facebook pages and join your local group. Tonight's featured region is the Midwest. It's probably our largest growing region.
It's like where all the happening, all the games and all the events and stuff. It's where it's hopping.
Yep. So let's see, who we got in the chat? Who's been joining us? Oh, we got Corey Haynes from Guardian Apparel. Make sure you follow Corey. He does some great work. Hey, Shelly's in the house. We got Steve Tom from Dark Horse 6. Mark Lucas, who says he's going to get a Valken tattoo.
Whatever it takes.
Tramp stamp? Is that a tramp stamp, Mark?
Could be.
Ron Mexico says you don't need people when you have AIs running the world. That is so true. Carl Lind.
Hey, Tweety, you guys, what are you guys doing over there?
They're wrestling in the green room.
Behave. I can't hear you. You're muted. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you.
Woodcock says I need to send nudes. I do have nudes of when Woodcock is sleeping.
He sleeps in the nude?
Yep, he sleeps in the nude.
Ooh, I'll bring spiders next time.
Alex Bridgewater is in the house. We got Soto from Overwatch Tactics. Man, you guys are blowing it up. We're already over 40 people. Keep sharing.
Jeff, look at that number there. Now they're going to run over here and do a play and a pass. They're going to bypass.
Dude, your tech is like Madden football, dude. You're like drawing on the screen and stuff. Man, that's amazing. So we're going to cut to a quick commercial break. Share. Let's get more folks in here. Tag your friends. Keep that chat blowing up. And we will be right back.
Hello, this is Chris from Enola Gay, and you're watching the Valken Debrief.
And we are back. Episode number 65. Share with your friends. Doing those quick commercial spots for our sponsors. And please welcome our special guests. Well, we got one.
We have one.
We got one. Gary Mullins from Cobra Airsoft Legion. And it looks like
guys.
It looks like Ryan Furtkamp is wearing his invisibility ring.
The camera.
Yeah, no, he's actually playing the Vanisher right now. He's there.
Vanisher. Got it.
That's what it is.
See, watch. He's about to get out of his costume. You ready? Bam! Look, he's here. Oh my gosh! Pretty cool, right?
There he is.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome, Ryan. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me out. How you guys doing this evening?
Good. I'm going to keep calling you Ryan because you're too used to being called tweens.
Yeah, I mean, they've been calling me that since I was like 12 years old, so even family does that. I'm an old man now, so many, many moons, many ages.
Dang, Carl Lindell. Hey, Rob, my mom wants to know when you're going to pay back child support on me.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
I mean, definitely.
So, we're back.
That was my bad.
Let's try that again.
Apparently, you can't switch video sources on the broadcasting software.
What? No. That's insane.
All right. Man, we were doing good too.
I know. It's okay. We'll blame it on Tweenie.
No, it's
Skynet.
Skynet.
I don't give a shit.
It's poor ratings.
Let's hear. Who got back in here?
Jeffrey Thompson, Gary Mullins, Robert Fritz, Mark Lucas, Phil's here.
Come on, Woodcock.
Alex Bridgewater. Who's Woodcock?
You ready to be dead too, Gary?
Right, let's see.
We're all dead. William Soto.
Try this again.
Sweet. It's like us and like 3 people. It's like everybody on the show in the chat plus 3 people. I mean, that's what it is. Like, I'm looking at it here.
It's getting there.
And like 2 of them don't work with the company.
Oh, that's funny.
Virgil's back. Thanks for coming back, Virgil.
So, welcome to episode number 65 of the Valken Debrief.
65.5.
Yes, 65.5 as we are plagued with Skynet trying to hack our satellite.
No, I bumped the table. I jiggled the HDMI cable.
Yay.
Unlike our previous producer, I will own my ups.
That is true. That is true. So tonight, events are brought to you. We're going to go right into it. Events are brought to you by evic.com in Alhambra, California. And it's time for our event update. And Ryan and Gary, I have to warn you, you guys are still going to be live during events. So, feel free to comment about any of those events if you'd like to check them out, or you've been to them, or you have any first-hand experience. So, Mr. Darth, Breaker of Worlds, Destroyer of Hearts, you ready for the events?
Oh, that's my dog's name.
Destroyer of Worlds, Breaker of...
It is Destroyer of Worlds. My dog's name is Anubis Destroyer of Worlds.
I've been, you know what? The first time that American Milsim had to cancel their night game because of tornado, I was there.
Ooh.
I was there.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I was there too.
We were at a broken home.
Right?
We were at a broken home.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Copperhead.
Right?
Copperhead was bad.
They made us get out of our tents and go hide in a metal shack, so we got cut to ribbons. It was a good event though. That was our first broken home. We went back.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
That was 4 actually.
Yeah, that's back when helicopters were still brand new to airsoft, and not everybody had 5 of them. Yeah.
Helicopters were a thing before American Milsim.
Yeah, a little bit.
John
but
Lee
not so much
technically
in the
did it
United
first.
States, I guess.
Technically, John Lee did it first.
Unless they were doing it mostly on the East or West Coast.
Sure, it's possible.
We're seeing a lot of video about it. It was the first one I ever seen video for.
Yeah.
Other than that big one out in Europe or whatever.
You mean Border War?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've never
that
made
one.
any of those.
I think like all the shows been to Border. Wait, you guys haven't. I'm sorry. Oh, that was mean. Okay, so events tonight brought to you by EVIC, starting off with Operation Ironclad 3, November 16th to the 18th in the southern region. This is an American Milsim event at Camp Shelby, Mississippi.
That's a great place. I've been to Shelby. I love Shelby.
Oh, I bet you do.
Praise Shelby.
Operation American Sniper, November 16th to the 17th in the southern region at 878 Airsoft in Waxahachie, Texas.
Those guys killed me with their big minigun. They shot me with their minigun at Grosvenor.
Oh, on top of the big old truck?
Yeah, they opened the door and mowed me down, and then they came up the next day. You're the first person that ever died by this gun. I'm like, great. I took pictures with them.
You've seen their motorcade, right? Their motor pool, sorry. The motor pool that they set up at events?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Yeah, they got some cool shit. We
were set up next to Broke.
Well,
yeah, we went into them in a couple. I don't really personally know any of them, but I just kind of ran into their...
No, the S word's fine.
The S word's fine.
You just can't say like the C word. And...
It's the shit. Operation Red Dawn, November 17th in the Midwest region. This is a Cobra Airsoft Legion event. Airsoft.
By far, dude, the best game that I've ever played.
Red Dawn?
It's
so kind of like around where it happened, wasn't it? Like the Chicago area?
I mean, we get food catered. You don't even have to bring your own lunch.
Oh, wow. You should like raise your pinky when you do that. You should have the forward C-clamp, but raise the pinky.
Yeah, it should be good and cold this weekend for the event. So
yeah.
Next up is Operation Overwatch 5, November 30th through December 2nd in the southern region. This is a Doomsday Airsoft event at Altera Training Solutions in Immokalee, Florida. I gotta get those Native American names right. I can't do it. Operation Reindeer Games 17.
Wow, 17.
You think they're going off to college next year?
Good one.
November 30th through December 2nd in the southern region. This is the American Milsim event at Fort Hood, Texas. On was it Boaz?
Yep.
Boaz, on the Boaz site. Copperhead, Road 6, December 1st. You know, saying that it's like Road 6 makes me think of like Event 6. Like, this feels like plagiarism here.
No, I think Copperhead Road is the event name, and it's the 6th iteration.
Road 6. Or if it's 6 iterations, that means it predates Copperhead.
That's true.
Think about it.
That is
December
true.
1st in the Appalachian region. This is a Theta event at Rat Tack Battlefield in Monetta, Virginia.
See, that's what we should call it.
Cartel Wars, December 8th in the Pacific region. This is a Lion Claw's military simulation event. At Santa Clarita, California. Still haven't fixed that typo, really?
Nope.
And finally, apparently these asshats are bookending the year with Frosty's Revenge, December 8th.
Yeah!
Legion, Cobra Airsoft Legion event at Blast Camp Paintball Airsoft in Hobart, Indiana.
Hey, this best game you're gonna go to in December.
The only thing that's cool about this game that makes it any different for me and my refs, if you want to come out, that we've been yelling at you all year, it's one of the only games a year that we play, and so you can come out and shoot us and take all your aggression out for us yelling at you during the year.
Yep.
Well, I like when you yell at me. It kind of turns me on.
Yeah.
You got that,
I used to work
raspy
that
voice
numbers,
with a little
that's
bit
what
of
put me
sand
twice.
sprinkled in. It's just like, whew.
Yeah, when we're not doing the Cobra Airsoft, we just work 900 numbers for the most part.
Yeah, pretty much
That
.com.
does it for events. So how do you get on the Valken Debrief? First, you have to create a Facebook event. Then you have to share that event with us on Valken Airsoft Facebook page via PM or the Valken Alliance, or you can email this dude if you have his email, and if you don't, whatever. And it helps your chances if it is a Valken sponsored event.
Or if you would like Valken to sponsor your event,
then talk to this guy.
Yes. Yes. You did really good.
Huh? Bug?
No, I think it's like... I just thought of Cameron Diaz.
I was going to say I was murdering Muppets in the warehouse, but...
Wow. What are you guys into over there, man? What's going on?
Oh, you should come over
Talk
and find
about
out.
something?
All right, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break. Hopefully we don't break the system again. So
can I bump that connector? I bet you anything. If I bump that connector, it'll do it again.
Don't do it again. Oh my gosh, don't do it again. All right, we're going to cut to a quick commercial. We'll be right back.
So, we'd like to give you a small gift from us.
So, this is Gunfire, and you are watching Valken Debrief.
Okay.
Not even fair, because those things I shoot forever.
And we are back. Welcome back to episode number 65. And Ryan almost didn't make it back from the bathroom.
Nah, man, I'm fast like a bunny.
If you were just joining us,
what's your wife say about that?
She gets upset sometimes.
We actually got Ryan Furtkamp and Gary Mullins from Cobra Airsoft Legion joining us for part 4 of our, we're wrapping up our series on Can Airsoft Be Better? And for those that don't live in the Midwest region or have no clue who you two knuckleheads are, or Cobra Airsoft Legion, or Blast Camp Paintball and Airsoft, please introduce yourselves.
Go ahead, buddy.
Hi, I'm Gary. Man, this is Tweenie, and I don't know what to say.
We've been throwing games for 15 years. Yeah. Mainly at Blast Camp, but we travel around and do some other games. Some of us have been playing, like I personally been playing for 20, 21 years. So hardcore into airsoft my whole life.
I pretty much started
Your
playing.
whole life, or like your whole like?
Yeah, pretty much I guess I'm older. I'm old, so half my life.
Yeah.
Half my life.
Well, I mean, you were pretty much paintballing before you started airsoft.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, we were doing
you're in
bigger
that active
Milsim
sport anyway, but
kind of games back in paintball. We were never into hyperball or speedball or things like that. We would go to the
blast
big
camp
events.
since the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, no, I haven't. I've been there since the beginning of airsoft. I started there airsoft, I don't know, 15 years ago now.
Yeah.
We've thrown well over 100 and some games there. Like, we had our 100th, I don't know.
That was a couple years ago.
A couple years ago we had that.
Yeah, we started.
We're going to talk about games tonight? No, dude.
You have to do
we
like
can't have subject matter experts. They got to go.
You'll have to do like the 200th game, like they do like the 200th episode in TV shows. So you have to have that milestone of the 200th game.
Yeah, I mean, when we do our games there, they're full events that we call open play, because they are just walk on. Most of them we don't have to have pre-registered. Only a couple a year, like for conflicts and things like that. But we still have commanders and teams and put everybody in their squads, and we've kind of learned to set it up.
It's just a little bit more lax on those events. That's all.
Yeah, like we do allow high caps, we do allow full auto, we do have a bang kill rule on our normal big events, and I know these are like hot topics in certain areas.
I hate the bang kill
with
rule.
and without the bang kill
No whining.
So it's here or there. It's just kind of where I'm at, where I'm playing with. But on our field, when we're doing the open plays and the big kind of events that we do every month, because we only do one a month, we do have a bank hill rule just because there's 14 buildings out there, so you get a lot of close stuff. We do have them do semi-auto in a building. You're not allowed to use full auto in a building, but otherwise 1.5 joules and the standard, what everybody's doing nowadays with, airsoft all conforming to 3-foot bandages or tourniquets or drinking a water bottle. Everybody's kind of using the same rules for medics. So I guess that's a little bit about us.
Oh, wow.
I could have went some more, but I figured
it's confetti. It's falling. Oh, you know what that means.
Oh, yeah.
It's Gary's birthday.
It's Gary's birthday. Happy birthday, Gary. What are you, like 62?
That's for sure.
That's fighting words there.
Oh,
Happy
goodness.
birthday, Gary.
Happy birthday,
Yes.
Gary. Man, a lot of people are wishing you happy birthday. Tim, Scott, they all knew it's your birthday.
Hey, guys,
You couldn't
I
hide
appreciate
it.
It is. What are you, 48? No.
Oh.
He doesn't want to talk about it, but.
Alex
45
Bridgewater says for your birthday you need to get a 40 mic to the face.
Like the 40 mic, like
see my
mic
face
thing. Like
somebody wants to see me. I was actually trying to hide my face.
So, viewers that are watching, we're going to be talking about how airsoft can be better.
These guys make airsoft better.
Yes. They make it fun. They're all about
That's awesome.
making
That's
it fun.
what we try to do.
Like we're still talking about, you got to do the game. We have like the drive-bys, and you got it's the gang wars. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pistols and shotguns only.
I mean, we've done that before.
Yeah, I mean, we did a zombie game one year that we had. You could have
No zombies.
limited ammo, but it was unlimited if you had Springer shotguns. Yeah, I mean you had to search the 40 acres and you went an 8-man squad. You were going against like 170 zombies. Yeah. It was crazy. We did it at night. And just did it until like that 2 or 3 in the morning. That was when we did the PSA and we had that drive-by happen while we were doing the PSA. Yeah, we used to live in a not so great neighborhood. Not yet. And now, Cobra finally, we bought a low rent apartment in the basement, so we're moving up in the world. Yeah.
Low rent apartment.
Yeah, I know. It's like what are your long-term goals? Running games.
Oh man!
To buy a used car.
It's like
I mean, if somebody's asking like how long are we going to run games, at this point we've talked about this because most of the shelf life of a lot of promoters are 5, 10, 7 years. I mean, a lot of it's still new, too, in the airsoft world. Sure. I guess I'm basing this in the paintball world because airsoft hasn't been around long enough to see how long some of these promoters go. I will do airsoft as long as I can throw games, as long as I can still
as long as I still have the drive to do it,
move.
Because like right now, I still have the drive to do it. I still love throwing games. I still love having players come out and come up to me at the end of the day, telling me how much of a great day they had playing airsoft. And that's what makes it fun for me to do.
That's why players too, man. We love to get out and play, man. I mean, I get out and play the 1 acre field to the 1,000 acre field. I mean, I love the hardcore. Let's go camp for a weekend and eat food out of MREs and dried goods and stuff. And I love then just going to the 1 day field and being able to get some great trigger time and run around on 100 acres and have a decent size. So, I mean, I like it all personally. I think there's a little bit of everything. You got your indoors. There's a lot of indoor fields opening now that aren't that big, but they build small cities inside them, so they can be pretty cool. And I think they have their place. I think it all has its place, especially if I'm going to get ready for a big op on a weekend and I'm going to leave and say I'm going to go play. I'll go to the local place to run my gear for the day to make sure shit don't break.
So,
wow, that would make too much sense.
I have a question for you. Since you guys, have been doing it for so long and you've experimented with, rules and shooting the game from the field and stuff.
I remember, we've been using the Joule chart now for at least 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
It amazes me that any field out there is still using FPS. If they are using FPS, it's I don't want.
Hey,
it's
Ryan.
Just lack of knowledge, and they need to get out there and test it.
Ryan.
Yeah.
You just totally cut off my co-host, Darth Valken, while he was talking. Gary, you need to put him in check.
He's so excited. He's like,
did you let him eat gummy bears or something?
Stuff.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I get worked up for it.
He loves this stuff.
I see two opposite ends of the spectrum. Like the quiet.
Well, that's because it's his birthday and he's kind of old, and so he's a little depressed today.
Oh gosh, you're just really throwing it out there. No, the question I was going to ask is, as far as like what makes airsoft better, in your opinion, do you think fewer or more refs is better?
I think more refs is better because I think just having a presence of refs on the field tends to make you react better and make you play better, I think.
Okay, that's a loaded question. Are we talking about for like the hardcore milsim immersion, or are we talking about like the average player in the game? Okay, if you're going for the hardcore milsim immersion, the stuff where you're out there for 2 and 3 days, I think no. I don't think you need then a bunch of guys running around in bright orange vests and things like that. I do think the 1 acre fields and some of the smaller games, it does help because players tend to act right when they see a ref. We've went as far as like we will go on and watch people's YouTube videos of our games because no one ever cheats when we're staying around them. We don't see people not calling their hits or whatever. So, but if I go watch somebody's video who's coming, they're sitting with their buddies in the spawn and then they're talking and you can see things like that. I do try to take advantage when I go to events to just kind of sit in the back and kind of watch how players are. And a lot of players police themselves. They really do. I see a lot of players when I'm like playing a game that, they'll be like, hey man, your dead rad's out, or you just got hit. I see it in your camelback, man. You're gone.
Hey man, you're dead. Don't talk to me.
Right.
So what I would think would be
see
funny.
a lot of players doing that. So for more or less refs.
He's wired up.
Ryan just keeps talking. Ryan, you have to pause every 60 seconds. Okay. And, that goes on with, Tim's got a hammer comment. Gary needs to put something in Tweeny's mouth.
Ooh.
No.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Hold on, I'll be back with that.
And you got any birthday cake?
Kurt Corpy says, not only more refs, but more refs who actually work.
Yes, truth.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I think to do that, you have to pay them.
Yes. And that's where it gets expensive. You want to start putting 15, 20 guys on the field, you got to pay them all.
Yeah, and for them to actually hold them accountable and make them care, they need to be paid. Because if they're just getting like a free, ticket to a game or something, they're just kind of like, they hit this ceiling of like, dude, I've been here for like 6 hours. Like, I should have just bought my ticket.
Yeah,
they get that kind of like mental wall that they hit, and they just don't care.
Well, then most promoters too take those guys and probably don't give them real interesting spots. It's like, I need you to go over here and count how many guys come through the door. Right?
I had an idea for the Milson immersions.
What's that?
For those immersions. So you know how like everybody in Milson,
you just kick the table again.
Kick the table again. So you know how everybody in Milson's like. Conscientious of their presence and their Instagram fame and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what if you had like a tribunal that if they were caught doing something,
Dude, you just did it again.
You can hear him kicking the table.
No, you can hear him.
Well, I'm trying not to hit the table because I usually hit the table. So I'm trying not to hit the table so my feet are like twitching. No, I think that if you held like a tribunal and like, let's say for instance, like someone pops off and just goes off on somebody, then you drag them out, you throw them in the brig, which is not like a jail.
Stocks.
Yeah, stocks.
Throw
No,
them
not that.
Yeah,
But then you do like a YouTube live trial.
Oh, a YouTube live, social media live trial, and put them on blast.
Put them on blast. I bet you do that 1 or 2 events, people will be like, dude, you want to go to the tribunal?
That sounds awesome.
We used to have cheater outfits.
Yeah, we used to threaten our players with that.
Yeah.
If they got caught, we'd put them in a big white
people tried to do the like if they caught you doing something on camera, they'd post you and then like stamp noob across the screen or something that everybody would know. And people try everything, but I thought it'd be so funny to have a Milsim War Tribunal.
No, that would be awesome.
That would be funny. You could call it war crimes.
Yeah. Hey, what are the war crimes?
There's a good question in the chat from William Soto from Overwatch Tactics down in Texas. He actually asked, what's a good number of admin per player count?
Okay, that's because you've got like what your insurance says you should have, and then you have what most fields have.
Oh, really? Oh, enlighten us.
Yeah, I mean, insurance policies do state how many. I think it's for every 10 to 15. It's all going to depend on your insurance policy. So everybody's is different. Right. So, and that would be across the United States. So I cannot speak for like a different state or a different county or anything. But it normally ranges from anywhere from 10 or 15 players for one ref.
Yeah.
It can be anywhere from 10 or 20. And then they want one ref on the field. In reality, you probably get, I guess it depends on how big the field is, because like if we're doing blast camp and it's 40 acres, I can run it on a big game with 400 people. I can run it from 15 to 20 guys for referees. But if I was on another field that we do that's 265 acres, I might need, just for even 100 guys, I might need 20 or 25 refs just because of the sheer distance and the ground these guys are going to have to cover to make sure objectives are covered and done and things like that.
Start thinking about drones.
I guess it was just all
drones.
Administrative drones.
Hey, you know what I want? I want some kind of system where I can see my refs so I can know who's, at the snack bar and who's back at their car, and then I can yell at them.
Well, that's what's cool about Camp Shelby.
Geofence them all.
Camp Shelby's got cameras practically on every corner, every floor. Range controls can see everything. It's like little dudes reloading in the corner. It's not supposed to do it outside the fob, and
it's like, hey, knock it off.
Oh yeah, no, it was cool. It was definitely. They definitely can see everything when we were there. I'd like to see that control room. I've never seen that. I bet that's got to be cool.
I've only ever heard about it. I've never seen it.
Sure. I wonder if there's
because like there can't they control like the PA and the sounds and the smoke
and
the lights and.
Yeah, because we kept having when we were there, we kept having the building alarm that we had kept going off, and it kept. Everybody thought it was like a pause in the game, like a blind man or a ceasefire or something like that. And it wasn't, because it was for their real training and when they're supposed to stop. But it was an alarm that kept going off, and it kept going off for the 3 days we were there. It was pretty damn fun.
There's let's see, the Airsoft Field, Airsoft Field, says they have towers for ref. I've seen an indoor field, Elite Ops Airsoft, and they have a command tower in the center, and they have a catwalk that goes to the end of either field, and their refs just walk on the catwalks. Like, they have multiples, and they could, because it's a CQB field, you know, if they're walking around, you spend
Sure, oh man, if you could be elevated,
so they came up with a system of a rail, and like they would just, you know, they had a couple guys that would patrol it, and they could call them out from right above them. Because they could see every corner.
A laser.
Right.
Yeah. Big old, like, you know, no green lasers are allowed on the field. Those belong to the refs.
Yep.
So here's an admin question. Do you think the management of admins or refs are different from employee refs at a field versus refs at an event that aren't permanent party?
It yes and no. It just depends. Yes, if you're talking about a paintball field, because let's be honest, most places play airsoft on their paintball field. So if the ref is kind of flip-flopping and he just works for the field, and you put him out there for airsoft, they can sometimes be a little biased and lazy, I'll say. You know,
or not know specific rules.
Right, that's mainly what it is.
You don't want to make it.
You're probably right.
Whereas the people that most of the time when you have the event, you know, admins, they usually know, like, let's say, you know, most of the time everybody, if there's any question about anything, Tweenie and I will get a call on the radio. Well, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, but I mean, then you got places like, you know, the Airsoft Republic guys that are throwing places where it's not a paintball field, so you're bringing in all your staff. I mean, I think you hit it on the head when you said that they just get lazy after 6 hours. It's a lot of these guys are pretty knowledgeable. I can't speak for all fields, you know, and I think too, then even promoters, or at least a good promoter, would know, like, okay, I got this 15-year-old kid, he wants to volunteer, he's played a couple times. I'm not going to give him responsibility as a ref to, like, go call people out and call missions. I'm going to stick him at the gate, and he's going to check wristbands. And he's going to start from the ground up. Like, he's not going to start at the chrono booth. You know, right, I ain't going to put him at the chrono booth.
Right, I might have you loading mags at the chrono booth, if anything.
So
you're saying, you know, make the assignment based on the experience or the maturity.
Sure.
Yes, for sure. Experience goes a long way in airsoft.
Sure, because I mean, you've got you know, if you've got a spot where, let's say, just like with our bang rule we have, okay, there's always arguments about how far the bang rule is.
Right, what 10 feet is.
Well, you know, somebody who's, you know, a younger kid, they're going to come up, they're going to try to figure out an easy way to diffuse the situation, whereas somebody like me, I'm going to walk up and be like, all right, stand there and walk off 10 feet. Was that 10 feet? No, okay, you're not dead, whatever, you know what I mean?
I think the best response to date I've ever seen over a bang rule contest, you know, being contested within 10 feet. The guy was like 15, 20 feet away. He goes, bang! My buddy goes, wow, that was close.
Oh, man! God, that would be funny.
No, I shot you. He's like, dude, you're like 15, 20 feet away. Like, you totally missed me.
You know what my answer to the bang rule was at Conflicts 4, right? So I got banged.
Yeah.
I ran from the building, back to my stash, pulled out 3 thermobaric flashbangs, went right back to the door and just was like, 1, 2, 3. That kid came out silly.
I mean, we have talked about it for conflicts this year. We're going to get rid of the bang rule, so there will be a no MED account.
You got to love the ones that, you know, that do multiple people, because I know some fields institute like a maximum. You have to pick like 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that.
Ours is 3.
We do 3. It's the first closest 3, but your weapon has to be operational and somebody has to check.
I've seen like SC Village. I see like bang, 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 bang. And I just want to be like, am I a storm door or a whore?
Yeah. So we've always said 3. We've even talked about dumbing it down from even more than that. We do allow you to drop your rifle and pull your pistol, and then you could get 3 more with that. But otherwise, after that, you have to wait 30 seconds. Unfortunately, we don't like some of the rules. Definitely take you out of immersion and things like that, but sometimes it's just a safety factor.
Right.
Sure.
No, we get that. Joel
Especially
Dryden.
since we allow full auto. We allow full auto. A lot of places don't allow full auto anymore. You're seeing that more and more, that they're just going to single
you guys
fire.
Ramp up to DSGs at semi.
No, don't get me wrong. You can make a semi-gun shoot really fast, but so I don't know.
I got the mute button. I can mute Ryan.
Yeah,
that's cruel.
So that's. I'll just go bang. All right, he's muted. So Joel Dryden has a good question. Does it make the game better to police it, slapping bad form and play, or encouraging and elevating fair play and good form?
Good form. Good form.
I think the latter definitely is probably the right answer to say. I think you might have a situation where you might want to go the other way with it, though, and be a little harsh about how you go about policing it. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be more harsh about somebody that took their goggles off on the field than I am about somebody not calling their hit coming around the corner or something.
Right.
So I mean, I might with the goggle thing. I'm gonna be a little bit more harsh with them, but I'm gonna be more constructive. If it's a younger player, a newer player, I'm gonna be more constructive on how I come about, disciplining him. Whether like, come on, man, you know what, we're gonna sit out, or we're gonna do this or whatever. But if I have something,
do you think if people would, event hosts, if they would post violations after an event, not putting by name on blast, but hey, these were in part of their after action review, because they typically share.
I've seen that tried to be done. It just then it becomes
what
it becomes is like, well, you forgot this, or oh, that wasn't that, and like people start.
It's kind of like a lot of the bigger,
and then it becomes like another layer of complaints and
kind of like cheater videos.
Right.
You just don't want to bring that out.
Right. Well, but when you do bring it out, then it becomes just, well, you don't understand the context of that. My buddy was doing this and he didn't know, and then it becomes like this checks and balances tab.
Even if you don't name people.
Even if you don't name people.
You just naming the
because
violations.
People take offense to the fact that we didn't actually get that many. Or they actually did more than that. They were just
No, I'm not saying per side. I'm just saying here were the common violations we found during the game, and we're going to work on fixing these to change the rules to address these for the next game.
That yes, overall, and then it's basically becomes a violation tracking to
yeah.
I can see that.
Kind of like
then it's like, see, dumbasses, this is why we're going to full face pro, or this is why we're going to check your eye pro, or this is why, look at how many violations we had where the guy didn't have a dead rack. I'm going to start charging you double when you have to buy a dead rack.
I mean, that's probably the biggest small violation.
That's the biggest dumb one that we get a lot, for sure.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, really? Or they just sit down.
I don't know. I think guys are going to lose them. I tend to lose shit myself, man. I lose mags. I lose my gloves. So I tend to drop my kill reg sometimes.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. John Zero from X Customs asks, how do you make refs get into the action and not be gun shy?
Shields?
We yell at them and berate them with a lot of bad words and tell them that we're going to shoot them or they will, so get in there.
That works too.
Yeah, pretty much.
A little bit of tough love.
Yeah.
I like this.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If we see that there's some kid that he comes out and he can't figure it out, like he's too scared to go in there or something, we'll just tell him that he doesn't work out, and not really be a jerk, or just find a better spot for him. Like I said, standing at the gate. Maybe he puts the chrono tags on,
or show him a little better way to keep from walking directly into the action.
Sure.
Read the field.
Sometimes you got to do it. I've got a big old dent in my nose where I was stupid and walked past some action where I should have never walked past. So.
Yeah, or tell him.
So you guys keep saying that you're one of the few fields that allows full auto. Well, Ross says full auto is overrated. Guess what? It's also
I'm not saying that we're one of the. I just know a lot of the bigger games nowadays are going to semi-auto with riflemen, and you're seeing at least up here in the Midwest.
More role for the support weapon and stuff like that. Sure,
Well, it just goes back. Semi-auto restriction is just a rule in place to manage attrition. Having a maximum number of magazines or ammo you can carry in. It's a way for that staff to manage the flow of players on and off the field, I think.
Sure.
I think that's a good idea, too. Because, I think it'd be hilarious if everybody got to where they wanted with, low caps or low caps or real caps, and then let them do full auto.
We've done that before where we've had to be like, there's an ammo, it's full auto, but there's an ammo restriction.
Yeah, we've done games where we'll do 30 rounds in 7, where your rifles carry 30, all pistols carry 7. Before anybody argues with me, I know pistols carry a lot more than 7. There's different kinds, but we would just summarize it.
10 and call it the Colorado mag limit.
45.
We actually had a question earlier about would you guys ever consider having a Springer game?
You know what? I'm not going to do a Springer event. No. I'll let kids mess around and people after an event is over and go out there and do their little one-on-one pistol matches, or you see people that want a knife fight. But
it's one thing I've noticed. You guys will let folks, have a building and then go play with their teams.
We'll let them go around at night and go play after a game. Did I cut him off again? Sorry.
No,
it's okay.
You're
good.
Just
excited.
You're good. Carl
so
Lindell
much to
asks.
share.
Yes, Carl Lindell asks. So, are you guys a fan of playing admins? Admins that are actually suited up and playing at the same time. If so, why or why not?
Go ahead. Well done.
We just as an admin playing at the same time you're trying to ref. You don't make a good call. You can't make an unbiased call because you're on another team,
And your adrenaline's rushing. Right. That causes you to get tunnel vision. It causes you totally against in-game admins. Now, I will take somebody's word if they come up and they said they seen an incident, like two guys were arguing and they're like, hey, tweens, we seen these two guys, we seen what was going on. They're not really refs, they don't go intervene, they don't go anything, but we may just take their word because, things happen, adrenaline rushes and whatever happens on the field, whether that's two guys fighting or somebody not calling their hit or arguing about a bang kill or a smoke bomb in or out of a building or whatever the process may be. We would never allow player admins. Now, I would maybe allow somebody to rep half the day and then go play the other half, but they have no power as an admin at that point.
R.N. Miller from Mohawk Tactical asks, why do you think many fields are eliminating knife kills?
Liability.
Probably because people are getting stupid and trying to play Last of the Mohicans and jump up and scalp somebody.
Well, it's an adrenaline thing, someone gets... We've all seen those Cold Steel tomahawks, or like
the
Cold Steel.
I mean, we get
and
it all the time.
goes and you can really hurt somebody.
Those Cold Steel.
Hey, can I throw my knife? Can I throw my knife within 10 feet if it's an obey? And we're like, no. And then we had to outlaw Nerf weapons a long time ago.
Did you ever see that post I did? It was the College Humor, Purge Day questions.
No, I did not.
It was this group of people in an office, and they were asking questions. They're like, well, if I injure somebody and they die after Purge Day, do I still get away with it? You know, stuff like that. And it was like never-ending what-if questions for Purge, and it was totally like an airsoft game.
Because all crime was legal on that period of time.
Correct, but if you like mortally wound him on Purge Day, but he survives and then dies of his injuries the next day, I mean, totally, that's an airsoft question.
That is totally an airsoft question. You get those types of questions during the safety briefs.
Yeah, and it's like,
he was lying. I mean, speaking of safety briefings, I had a kid chew on the barrel of his weapon in the middle of a safety briefing one time.
Huh?
Yeah. I was giving the speech, you know, goggles, all that fun stuff, everything everybody hears and everybody
barrel
hates
socks, and he's just like...
And he was literally chewing on his M4, and it was in his mouth. And it was just shocking.
Did you just like stop when you were like...
Oh, God, yeah, for sure. I stopped cold out. I mean, he had to have been about 15, 16 years old.
Did you ask him if he wanted a power bar or something?
Did he have an oral fixation or something?
I've had people over the years...
buddy, or...
I had somebody pass out in a briefing for heat while we were warning everybody about the heat. Like literally go to the floor right there and have a heat cat right now.
Wow.
Because that's the biggest thing in the
summer.
summer.
What I would use that as an example. Hey everybody, and here is how we're going to treat heat casualties. Do we have the hydration enema ready?
My original partner used to have a fake eye, and he would pull his glass eye out in briefing and say, "This is why you keep your goggles on." And he would go around like the Dark Crystal. And show
highly
everybody.
effective.
That would be highly effective.
It worked well.
Kurt Corpy from High Ground Airsoft is commenting, and this goes into, you know, making airsoft more of a good thing, being better, making a positive thing. He says event hosts need to stop being scared to ask a person to leave for rule violations. That one admission ticket is not worth losing a whole squad from coming back. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Okay, and I see this all the time from promoters that I know and field owners that I know. Yes, they're scared to kick out an individual because they're going to lose that team of 7 or 8 guys. They tend to repetitively give them repeat business, buy things in their stores, and I think it's a shame. We're no bias. We kick you out. Like we're real simple. We got a goggle rule. Your goggles come off, I cut your wristband and go home. It's that simple. We don't argue about it. We don't
Have you
talk
seen guys
about
like
it.
blow you off on a goggle violation? They look at you like, whatever. Oh, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I mean if that was the case, that wouldn't go down very well.
Yeah, I had that like happen once or twice.
But I do see. I don't know if I have an answer to fix that because unfortunately, most field owners are in it for the money. They're not in it because they love the sport. Like, we don't own any fields. We've literally been throwing these games for years because we love to play airsoft.
Because, I mean, tell me about all the money you made. You're like, that like, Cobra Airsoft Legion account is flush, right?
Dude, man. I mean, you can see now, look at the money we spent, you know, to be here. We got lights and everything. We had a makeup person come by earlier.
Like, I can totally see you get, like, a few $100 and it's like, dude, you seen that new gun that come out? Want to get it? We should still get it. We should add it to the armory. Everybody agree?
A lot of our pay gets traded for new guns that come out. And that's why we've got, like, our room looks like a showroom.
We've got an arsenal like you would not believe, but we ain't got any money.
Well, why don't you, like, set that up as your backdrop? That's like the Cobra layer, you know?
We should. Next time we will. We'll put you in the Cobra
not just
office
here,
next
but, like,
time.
you guys should do your own little thing, promoting your games and stuff, and do it from the Cobra layer.
We do some videos sometimes, but unfortunately,
we were actually just talking about that.
We have real jobs because we have to pay for our real lives.
Dude, like, cement board is cheap and it looks awesome with a little bit of stain.
Yeah, I mean, we've done a couple videos. If you go on there and see,
we've done like
we've had some high budget effects.
Yeah, we've done some. Pretty
I watched you guys' video. It's fun, but I was just thinking, like, if you have so many guns and that's your legacy, own that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I I don't know. It's weird because we have like an all-in airsoft office and stuff. I guess to be really honest with you, there's a lot of posters and stuff I would have to take down before we can like show you videos.
You could always get like some sort of like sensor labels or something.
Aren't those posters blocked by a stripper pole?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, we have one now. Actually, I could put Gary and Dance on it. If we get enough likes, I'll put Gary on the pole.
No.
Here's a good comment for you guys. Rich from Shrike Tactical, he says, refs playing on their own field is a recipe for disaster.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I agree, too. You know what? I see a lot of field owners or, you know, these fields have 2 or 3 owners or they'll have even sponsored teams where these guys think that they're, and it leads to a lot of arguments, I guess, you know, without going into a bunch of detail. But yeah, I agree with him on that too. That some field owners, they get out there with their flash mags and their drum mags and their adrenaline gets running. And I can't say they're really bad people in general. I just think
but you make poor calls, you make poor decisions when you're doing that stuff.
They start yelling, I'm field owner, that's why, so if I call you out, because my refs and me all have made bad calls.
Oh, yeah.
But what we ask is, when you're in the heat of the argument, that if 2 guys are arguing, you're arguing over whatever the case may be on the field, you go by what the ref says. Because the ref at that point in time is God. Right. He's now.
And if you walk into the situation and you don't know what you're talking, like you don't have an idea, oof, that's rough too.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so I would say that it does. Some referees that are employed by fields definitely will get big-headed and power trippy. And I think that happens with like just, again, with teams, field owners, employees, kind of all those fall into those categories.
All such good stuff.
All such good stuff. So
it's like 5 after. We're done.
One more question.
Oh, fine.
One more question.
Fine. You got the mute button for him, right?
Nope. So, I got the mute button for Ryan, yes.
Yeah.
So, we'll finish up on this question, finish up on a positive note. What do you guys instill in your admins to ensure the players have a positive experience?
Well, we used to call it the double F's, fight and fun. Players want to fight on the field and they want to have fun. So they want to shoot their guns, but yet at the same time they want to have fun. So we used to just call it the fight and fun, the 2 F's, man. Make sure all players are doing that.
We just pretty much lead by example too. You know, we kind of want to show them that, you know, like see how we interact with the players and whatnot when we're out there, and you know, hope that they kind of follow the same thing that we do. You know?
The other thing is making sure your refs know the rules.
Sure, and they gotta love the sport too, man.
Yeah, they can't just be somebody's little brother that wants to get hired for the day, or you know, I got my best friend that doesn't play airsoft, but he needs to make, you know, $40 for the day. So let's bring this guy out and have him ref. You do have to have potential players or people that are involved in the sport for sure. I agree with that.
Well, alrighty. Guys.
Where's that hammer comment?
Oh, the hammer comment.
Where's that hammer comment, baby?
The winner goes to Tim Endler for telling Gary that he's got to put something in Ryan's mouth.
Oh, man. Hey, am I allowed to put my middle fingers up now, or is that...
You can do the Brett style.
I knew I should have posted that pic of that game a couple years ago where one of the other admins is putting his finger into Ryan's mouth, and Ryan totally looks like he's enjoying it.
Wow. That's great.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why what you said earlier, you're like, well, there's not a lot of photos of you guys, and this is why I hate
hold on, I gotta mute Ryan. Mute.
So how do we claim that prize?
So, Tim, claim your prize. Make sure you're signed up for ValkenAlliance.com, and I'll reach out to you so we can get the t-shirt and size that you would like. Either join the Alliance or as seen on the Valken Debrief. And I'm going to comment here so I don't forget, because sometimes I'm human. I forget one hammer comment.
He's just thinking of the post-show,
Yes.
milkshake.
Yes, because we do go back and read the comments. Next week, it's Thanksgiving.
Bye.
We're not broadcasting, so we'll be coming back in 2 weeks, which I will be broadcasting from the Woodcock Lair. I will.
Really?
Yep. Be broadcasting live from the Woodcock Lair. I've noticed something. We've been getting a lot of curiosity and questions regarding HPA.
Ooh.
So we need to, because a lot of people asking like, should you spot check HPA on the field? Should you HPA chrono pistols? There's so many questions regarding just the management of HPA. Not playing with it, but the management. I think that would be a good episode coming up. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that'd be a great episode. The jewel creep and everything, and it eludes so many people that, that would be a great episode.
Definitely.
Managing your HPA. Instead of band!
The band hammer.
Well, that's what it is with HPA anymore. It's like, band! Band! What's that, Battlefield Friends? We're like the guy, he's like, hey guys, I found the admin. Hey, what are you doing with extra loadout? Band! Hey, no helicopters in this game. Band!
So thank you all for checking out Take 2 after our little FCC technical glitch. Don't you hit that table. Don't you dare hit that table.
And go back to...
And Gary and Tweens, thank you for taking the time tonight and hanging out with us and sharing your views with everybody.
Hey, thanks for having us, man.
Even though we joke about, you running off on your comment, but no, it's great. You got a lot of great information and knowledge to share on a subject that is so near and dear to your heart. I mean, I haven't seen guys who love to play and love to make a playground for other players and kick back and let other people have fun. So, you guys put on a hell of a game.
Awesome. So, thank you all viewers for joining us. Like, share, and comment. Check out ValkenAlliance.com. All our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And we will see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for joining us.
Later, guys.
Bye, Felicia.
Airsoft Guard 2018 Valken.
Oh, yeah. NATO.
Hey, it's Kaiju. I'm the Supreme Commander. That's what I am.
Move! To the freaking bunker, Tim. Let's go! Ah, shit. That's all right.
Hey, this is Dave with Blue Lines. You start too early. Oh, I thought you were good.
No, there's a delay when I hit the button.
Okay.
All right, now we're good.
We're gonna go over tank busting using tagging rounds. Airborne.
Yeah, we'll come back up.
Stop filming. Stop filming. Stop filming.